Deep in the caverns of the Atlantic, a scientist was on a mission to uncover the mysteries of the long-lost city of Atlantis. Armed with a map and an unexplainable curiosity, they set out into uncharted depths. The darkness was overwhelming as they slowly descended. The only light was from their small flashlight, yet it was barely enough to make out their surroundings. As the scientists moved further down into the ocean's depths, a feeling of dread began to surround them. Suddenly, rays of light pierced through the darkness and illuminated a large chamber filled with ancient artifacts and strange machinery. As the scientists examined the room further, they noticed humanoid figures in the corner. The creatures were humanoid, with gray skin and glowing eyes. They seemed to be frozen in time, yet they were strangely alive. The scientists noticed these strange creatures had claws made of metal and sharp teeth resembling daggers. The scientists quickly backed away in horror as the creatures began to move toward them. With no way to escape, the scientist had no choice but to face them. In the heat of the moment, a voice suddenly filled the room, echoing off the walls. The voice spoke in an ancient language and seemed to be coming from everywhere. The scientists knew this was their only chance for survival. With all their strength and courage, they began to chant the words of the ancient language. Suddenly, a light filled the room, and the creatures disappeared. The scientist was left standing in awe as they looked upon the lost city of Atlantis. It had finally been found, but at what cost? They couldn't help but wonder if their discoveries were worth the danger and terror that awaited them. Although the scientist was happy to have uncovered the mysteries of Atlantis, they still felt a sense of foreboding. As they walked through the city, they felt like they were being watched and followed, as if something was still lurking in the shadows. Was this a trap? He soon got his answer as he reached a dead end. Worried, he turned around and started to run. Soon he heard the ancient chanting again, louder than before. He covered ears and fell to the ground. When he looked, he came face to face with the scientist, looked up to see a giant ancient creature standing before them. Its eyes glowed with an eerie blue light, and its body was covered in strange symbols and markings. The scientist felt a chill run through their spine as the creature opened its mouth and spoke. It said, "Welcome to Atlantis, where your journey has only just begun." The scientist's blood ran cold as they realized the truth. A powerful being had lured them in, one that had been waiting centuries for someone to unearth its secrets. The scientists knew that their fate was now intertwined with this mysterious creature, and that their journey would be far from over. The scientists stood frozen in fear as the ancient creature spoke, its cold blue eyes burning into their soul. It told them of the city's true purpose, a place where powerful magic was hidden deep beneath the ocean. The scientist shuddered at the thought of what this power could do if unleashed. He didn't have long to think because while he was distracted, the monster grabbed him and threw him over the edge into a dark pit. Dazed and injured, the scientist could barely see a pair of eyes moving towards him. He could barely scream before the Kraken scooped him up and ripped him apart limb by limb.